Yes, I see that you've got a proposal for 10,000 trees that has been developed quite a bit over the last few years, and that's one of the main sort of outcomes or practical strategies from the Climate Forum. Would you be able to talk about that and specifically how that might relate to the permaculture movement internationally and also the related sustainability sort of movement?
Yeah, we have, one of the grassroots movement who are most experienced by managing trees.
Yep.
is actually permaculture
Yep.
movement, permaculture network, and we not only it's not the traditional forest way we are working with trees.
Yep.
It is this to keep up the diversity
Yep.
in nature, to keep up, and one thing that is pretty important, it's connected to food security.
Yep.
Because it is the local people on the local spots who provide their own food, able to provide their own food.
Sure.
And that's why that's what we from the permaculture. International Permaculture Network, we have introduced in the whole network of grassroots, environmental grassroots, activist groups and things like
Yep.
that. So to develop it as a strategy, but it had to be, if we have to relate it, and that's what we make calculations, from IPC8, we have to make calculations to have an impact on the climate change situation.
Yes.
It had to be huge.
Yes.
And therefore we made this proposal that we said that we have to cut down our CO2 releases, down to less
Yep.
than 1 ton per person.
Right.
That's a 1 ton.
Yes.
And we have now proved here in Denmark, among other places, but in Denmark we actually have proved that how that can be done.
Yes.
And that's not, it's not any disasters, in lifestyles and things like
Right.
that. We had to change lives, but it's not disastrous.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that any person on the globe, therefore any person on the globe should be planted 10,000 trees.
Yeah.
That would make impact. Actually, if we get started, when we come up to if we can do up to 5,000 to 6,000 trees per person within the next 25 years, we will be close to a balance.
I see.
In relation to the trace gases. And that's because we have one thing, we have to cope with what is let out, but that will be cut down through a period. But the other thing is that we have all the places that we have tricked when we have reached this point of no return, that's on the ocean.
Yes.
It is less. It's on in the boreal forest, who is dying now.
Yes.
Therefore, there's a lot of CO2, especially, that have to be taken out.
Yes.
of the atmosphere, and that's the best thing to do that is not technical. It means it's actually trees.
Yes.